What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Natalie Diane. Welcome back, my beautiful soul flowers. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you have decided to come check out my channel. This is a channel where we get our mind right, our body right, and our spirit right. If you're new here, you will know that I have reinvented my channel because I wanted something different. I wanted something that correlated with like my life and the things I have going on personally. And I wanted us to be able to grow together. So that is why my channel is now called Pieces of Her instead of just my name. So let's get into life real quick, y'all. Like, I want to talk about some things that's been going on. It's not going to be super long because y'all already know I don't like long intros. And you see that I have a different background as well. I decided to do this because I wanted to be like comfortable. I didn't feel like sitting in a hard chair, but that's neither here nor there. But I do like this background a little more. I gotta get my pictures and stuff and get it decorated. But yeah, so let's talk about what's been going on. First things first. Excuse me, my dogs are like literally right here and I'm scared one of them is gonna mess with the camera. So 1 second. Move. 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 Thank you. Go sit down. Go sit down. Thank you. So I have decided to stop drinking. It's been something that has been on my mind for a long time. But lately, I don't know, it's just drinking is nasty to me now. I don't like the taste of it. I started noticing like weight changes. Like I've gained a lot of weight. I've also noticed that my skin was really starting to break out and I was getting a lot more bloated than normal. So those are the reasons why I decided to stop drinking. And I don't know, I didn't put like a time frame on it because I didn't want it to be like, you know, when you said, oh, well, I'm not going to drink for 30 days. And then like you go like 3 days or a week without drinking and you're like, oh, I still got like 20 more days to go. Like I didn't want it to be like that. So I'm just learning to take things like a day at a time and a step at a time and a moment at a time, you know, and really enjoy the process. So yeah, that's like the biggest thing that's really been going on in my life. And or not the biggest thing, like of course I've still been getting my blessings, your girl's still been getting auditions and all of that stuff, so I'm super excited about that. Mercury retrograde did not hit your girl like I thought it was. Like I'm excited about that as well. We just gonna hop right into the video because again, I don't like super long videos or super long intros. So let's get into it. So today's topic is, you're gonna see me looking at my computer over here a little bit because I like to stay on topic. So you'll see me like glancing here and there. So today we're gonna talk about healing when no one claps for you. Y'all, this is a topic that for me, it hit home. I don't know about for y'all, but when you are like going through a healing journey or a healing stage, it's like you feel alone a lot of the time. Like you sit in solitude a lot of the time, and oftentimes that can feel like loneliness. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna break that down a little bit. And then we're gonna talk about like how can we maneuver from that loneliness and realize that it's really a blessing in disguise, right? Right. So let's talk about it. So first I want to talk about the silence, you know, the solitude that we sit in and all this other stuff. And it can often feel like loneliness. Like you start to feel alone a lot. You start to feel like no one understands you and they just don't get it. Like you want to feel understood and you want to feel heard, but it seems like no one is listening. Go sit down. Get away from this stuff. Get away. Go. Thank you. You're going to knock it down. Sit down. Thank you. So ultimately, when people don't react the way we feel like they should react when it comes to our healing, like most of the time, I'm just gonna be honest, we want that validation. And people can say that, no, I don't really care for that. But at the end of the day, if you feel a way, if people don't clap for you, then you do want that validation. And that's a moment that's for you. You know, your healing journey is your healing journey. It's no one else's healing journey. And that's one thing that I had to realize. I'm not healing for these people. And these people don't have to necessarily say, oh, I see you over there doing good. Like, yeah, that may feel good to hear, but at that point, is it really for them or is it for you? You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn to not take things personally. And also in that, like learning that people are wrapped up in their own lives. People have so much other stuff going on to where sometimes until things happen to that person or to those people, they're not gonna notice what's going on the outside of their bubble. Because most of the time, that's how I am. Like, if it don't have anything to do with me, 9 times out of 10, and I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10, but if it doesn't have anything to do with me, then sometimes it's harder for me to see what's going on in everybody else's life because I have stuff going on in my life that I'm taking care of. I have to notice when people are going through their healing stages or when I'm going through my healing stages, it's nothing personal. Like, most people don't do things like with ill intentions. Don't get me wrong. It is some people that's a little shady, and we're going to talk about that later. But for the most part, I don't think people have ill intentions when it comes to not clapping. You know, like, so many people just have lives, they have children, they have jobs, careers, and they don't necessarily take that time to say, you know what, I see you. But it is some people that do notice that. And those are the ones that you need to like say, you know what, thank you. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But also take all of those things with a grain of salt because, again, you're doing it for you, not them. And that's one thing that I had to take away from my healing journey when nobody claps back for me. Because I used to get mad, y'all. Like, I used to be like, well, dang, don't nobody see me over here healing? Don't nobody notice that I'm not the same girl that I was a year ago or 5 years ago? And I really had to sit back and check myself like, Nat, girl, did you heal for them or did you heal for you? Like, because most of the time we be doing stuff purposely for people to purposely see us. And it's like, you're doing a lot. Take a chill pill. Like, in the silence, understand that there is people that's actually rooting for you, even if they don't say anything. And there's people that's rooting for you that's going to say something. But notice, even the people that may say something, those may not be the people that, like, really care about you like that. So you just really have to use your discernment. And that's a whole nother topic. Okay, cool. So another thing is noticing that, like, some people don't clap for you because they can't even clap for themselves. We just don't keep it a buck on that. Like, a lot of people don't clap for you or can't clap for you because they can't see anything past their own situation. They can't see anything past their own environment. So if they can't see anything past their own environment, what makes you think that they're really going to be happy for you? Because they don't know how to be happy for you because all they know is what they know. And in a sense, there's nothing wrong with that because when you don't know more than what you know, I mean, at some point, you're going to have to blame yourself because it's kind of like it's a world full of possibility out here. And if you see that this person is trying to do better for themselves, why can't that inspire you in a sense? You know what I'm saying? Because so many people, like, say you grew up in the hood, right? And you going through a healing journey and you got your partner over here that's like still in the hood and still in the streets and all this other stuff. But you like, nah, like, I see something different for my life. So I'm going to move a different way. You know what I'm saying? So you start moving that way. And your partner over here like, oh, so you think you better than us? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they can't see anything past their own situation or environment. That has nothing to do with you, you know? Like, they can't support themselves. They can't clap for themselves. So they're not going to clap for you. And again, it's not necessarily ill intention. It's just, that's all they know. So you trying to do something different, they like, what is that? What you doing? You know? Like, you just gotta learn to move for you and learn to move accordingly and learn who's in your corner. Like, learn who's actually clapping for you. Sometimes you gotta level up with those that's leveling up with you. Most of the time when you heal, the environment that you used to be in, the situations that you used to be in, it's gonna separate. Like, those things are going to vanish because y'all, it no longer fits in that box that you used to be in. And I can speak from that because when I moved from Alabama to Georgia, I noticed that I stopped talking to a lot of people that, and emphasis on a lot. I stopped talking to a lot of people when I moved to Georgia because it's just, I had to go through a healing phase on my own and understand that those people that I used to hang with and be around, they were going in a different direction than what I was going in. You know what I'm saying? Some people started families, some people got in relationships, some people, you know, stayed in certain situations and relationships, and some people never healed from certain things. And it's like, I had to make a choice on if I wanted that to be my life or if I wanted where I'm at now to be my life. And when I say I see a major difference in myself, like I said, I no longer talk to a lot of the people I talk to, and I'm happy about that because when I look back, it's like we're two totally different people. Like, if I'm looking at friends that I used to talk to and I'm like singling them out, it's like we're different people. Like, if the person I am now won't fit with the person that they are. And it's because of the things that they say, the things that they do, the music that they listen to, the things they don't do, the things they don't say, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to understand that your healing has purpose in it. And when you stop looking for that validation and everybody and everything else, when you stop looking for people to validate you and to validate your healing, then you start to notice the beauty in it. You start to notice that that stuff don't matter. One of the biggest things I would say that has helped me when it comes to healing when nobody claps for me is celebrating myself. Y'all, like I had said earlier, I stopped drinking and I didn't look for anybody's permission. For me, that's a part of my healing journey. I didn't look for anybody's permission to tell me, oh, well, I think you should stop drinking. No, I stopped drinking. That was a choice for me to make on my own. I wasn't looking for no hand claps. I wasn't looking for advice. I just knew that was something that I needed to do for me. I celebrated myself. That's one of the biggest things I would say do when you're going through your healing journey is learn to celebrate yourself. Learn to take yourself out on little dates, you know what I'm saying, to celebrate what you've accomplished. I made it to a week of no drinking alcohol. Like, I went out and I got my nails done and my toes done because I'm like, you know what? You deserve that, Nat. You deserve it. You deserve to celebrate yourself. Like, I got on social media and I like posted like, oh my God, I made it to a week, no drinking. But I wasn't looking for people to say, oh, congratulations and all this other stuff. That's not going to make me be like, oh, well, nobody told me congratulations, so I'm going to go out and get a drink because clearly no one cares that I'm not drinking. Because again, it's not for them. Like, and I'm not looking for people to be like, oh, well, since you stopped drinking, I'm not looking to make people stop drinking. Like, if my friend group is like, and maybe like eventually this would change because I do want people that always want the best for themselves. And if I inspire that to happen within their lives because of the things I'm doing, then I'm all for that. But my point is, I wasn't looking to make people stop drinking. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I'm not gonna hang with you no more because you drinking alcohol still. No, because that's, again, not what I'm doing it for. I literally made that choice for me, and it's something that's been on my mind for at least a year or so. Like, this is something that I had really been considering. When you do stuff, you have to realize like you're doing it for you and you're not doing it for them. When you start thinking about other people in your healing journey, then that's when you know, like, okay, well, this isn't for me. You know, like when you start being concerned about what your mom will think or what your sister would think or dad will think or friends will think and stuff like that, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And one of the other things I would say is knowing that your vision isn't for everybody. Like for me, let's talk about my vegan journey, right? So for me, becoming a vegan, I didn't know nothing about veganism. Like, so I didn't become a vegan because of the hype. Because again, like I didn't know exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? I just knew like I didn't want to eat meat. So one year when I was working at a contact center in Birmingham, me and some of the other coworkers, we were like, oh, you know what? We're going to go 30 days without eating meat. And it was actually them. It was actually their challenge. And I overheard them. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that too. So it started with just a 30-day challenge. And it started the 4th of July, actually, which was actually really good because it challenged me to, because growing up in the South, you already know, like 4th of July, you got your ribs, you got all that stuff on the grill, the baked beans, the potato salad, like you got all of that stuff. And I wanted to challenge myself to control my eating habits. You know what I'm saying? So I became a pescatarian around the 4th of July. This was, I want to say July 2018 was when this had happened. So yeah, I remember me and my mama, she made me some potato salad and something else. I forgot, but we ended up going to like Tuscaloosa, Alabama, because that's where my mom is from. So we went to go see like some of our family there, and I didn't eat anything like that they cooked because it had meat in it. You have people that's gonna, you know, judge you and question you and stuff like that and misunderstand you because again, their vision is not for you. So me trying to explain it to them, it's kind of like, okay, like, but so you're not gonna eat this? Like, we only season the greens with the meat, but you can still eat it. And I'm like, but you know the meat falls apart in it, right? Oh, okay. So a lot of people didn't understand that vision. They didn't understand why I was doing it and all this other stuff. Once we did the 30 days and dedicated ourselves to the 30 days, I still was like, I don't know, I feel good. Like I started seeing the weight fall off because I had been working out for a long time, y'all, and the weight just would not go anywhere. And that's another video that I want to talk about, but we'll briefly talk about it now. It don't matter how much you work out. If you're not eating right, the weight's not gonna fall off. You're not gonna look exactly how you want to look because you're not being consistent all around. But again, that's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that later. So I started seeing like a major difference and I liked it. So I continue to be a pescatarian. And I remember going to cruise on my birthday in 2018. Yeah. So I went on a cruise and I had fish. Like it was good. So my body just felt like really good after I stopped eating like red meat and stuff like that and chicken and all that stuff that your body just does not need. You know what I'm saying? So I felt good after, and a lot of people did not understand my vision. Even now as a full vegan, people still don't understand why I'm a vegan. They still ask questions. And it's because they don't understand the vision. It's because they're trapped in this misconception that you need certain things because of what society tells you need. You know what I'm saying? They condition people to think a certain way. And when you decide to step outside of that box, when you decide to step outside of that conditioning, people start looking at you funny. People start, you know, start to low-key judge you. And who cares? Like I had to really get to a point where I don't care. Like when you start to realize that People are going to talk about you whether you're healing or whether you're not healing. Would you rather become the best version of yourself, or would you rather stay the same just because people gonna judge you? Because again, they're gonna talk about you anyway. A lot of things have changed in my life once I stopped worrying about what everybody else has to say about Natalie. Like, Natalie Diane is doing this for Natalie Diane and nobody else. And I had to stand on that, and I had to stand on my own boundaries and my own promises and know that I'm becoming the best version of myself every single day, with or without anybody else. Because at the end of the day, you were brought into this world by yourself. You are of this world, and when you start to move like the goddess and the god that you are, and the king and queen that you are, and you start standing on it, you start having a different light about you. You know what I'm saying? You start to attract who you're supposed to attract, period. I don't know who this video is for, but whoever it's for, I really hope that it finds you. I know that it will find you because we're talking about it, putting it out into the universe. And again, we are just becoming the best version of ourselves every single day. And I love that for us, period. Oh my gosh, so thank y'all so much for tuning into my channel. It's your girl, Natalie Diane, again. I really, really hope that you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful month, because again, I will only be posting once a month. However, make sure you like my channel, comment, and subscribe, because why not? If we want to heal together, let's heal together, and let's grow together, and let's learn together. So thank you so much for tuning in, my beautiful soul flowers. I love you, and until next time, mwah, peace.